called global health security. Do you have any special reasons to choose this field?
So each and every people who focus their career for certain kind of path or certain kind of subject, they have their own kind of specializer. They have a reason for why they choose. For me, our country, like middle income country, Nepal, we have lots of problem in the infectious disease as well as the non-communicable disease, and there are lots of ongoing security threats from the different country. That is the cross-border problem, or that might be a non-cross-border problem. Those are always threats for the countries. So where I work right now as a government health officer, what I think that the global health is a very, very unique topic through which we can have a connection in between the different countries, and we can prevent the cross-border transmission as well as in the country. We can minimize the security threats in the country as well, and we may establish a new kind of strategy, program, planning. That's why I choose the program like Global Health Security in Yonsei University.
What is the most memorable or helpful experience you had in an international development cooperation field?
For me, the agency or the cooperation organization who support the country like the middle income and low income country, it's been really very valuable things for us. As like if some cooperation agency like let's say the KOICA from Korea, they are doing very well job in my country. They establish a certain kind of hospital in different municipalities. They serve the very rural community of my country. They supported the building of a school, hospital, health facility. They established a tap in different rural communities where that was needed. It means the cooperation agency, if we collaborate each other and we have a motto to serve the developing country, we may change the world. We may hit the SDG components as well.
You have experience in various fields such NGO, INGO, KOICA, and government. Can you briefly explain the pros and cons of each field?
I think my career is not so far such a big experience, but those experiences where I passed in my country and the International Development Agency, NGO, INGO, that was really supporting for my different sector. Let me say, when I was a child, I started my learning from the government school, very rural community, eastern part of my country. I remember those days. I think when I was in grade 6, the first time we have a kind of forum, child rights forum, through which we started to change the school environment. Up to the grade 10, I got a chance to roll a different kind of school-based organization and forum from where my leadership had been developed. And then when I came, I left my village around 2007, at the end of 2007, and then I shifted for my study in the second biggest capital of my country, that is Tirtharaj city, the most populated city of my country. From where I focused my study in the general medicine field. That's why I chose that kind of field. It's like that what I seen in my childhood, that like we have lots of problem in the healthcare setting. There is no manpower for treatment. There is no commodity to serve the patients. So I faced lots of that kind of problem, and then again I shifted my field in bachelor, from where I got a chance to engage with different communities, people during my field study, and then during the different kind of workshop, and then different kind of activities from campus, and then the other NGO level. That time also I was engaging with different kind of youth organization, through which we conducted lots of movements in different kind of fields in my country. Sometimes we speak against the government. We had an a kind of the movement for the peace, and we kind of the movement for the child right issue, and lots of things like that. And then later, after my bachelor, I joined the different kind of NGOs, INGOs. I worked for the academic program coordinator, through which I train lots of health workers. Right now, some are in the government sector, and some are in the field of NGO, INGO, and some are in the hospital-based clinical care, and some are also oriented in the public health services as well. And then later, what I think that the only one place to change our country health system is government. That's why I came in the government system. And then it's almost 1 decade passed away doing the lots of things in the government system. I already talked about those things, so I don't want to repeat. And then it's really matter for me. And then last time, that's a very interesting thing. I don't know I'm lucky or not. Before coming to Korea, that time I got another opportunity from China government as well. Same time, I got 2 visa from different country, 2 different countries, one from the China and one from the Korea. And the very interesting thing is I compared those 2 kind of education system, and finally I chose the global health program. That is the very pure master in public health, especially focusing on health service management. But this is the another kind of most trending and world needy specialized field like global health security. That's why I came here. That's all about things.
Due to the nature of international development cooperation field, people who work abroad, then how did you come to Korea? Based on your experience, what do you think the biggest difference between domestic and overseas work?
Actually, before this kind of opportunity, most of the country people, like me, like a government officer, who work for my different rural part of my community, they are always, and me too, that time I thought that like I can't get this kind of opportunity. There is an bias. There is an opportunity for workers from different community levels. But I want to prove that there is no bias, there is a fair comparison, and if you have a good kind of performance, then you will really deserve on that opportunity. And then I applied to the KOICA Fellowship when they announced this from my government, and then really I got this kind of opportunity. And your question really, I think, is concerned with the difference between these 2 things. Right now here, we don't have an opportunity to work and kind of performance beside of our education. But I'm planning, if I got to be a part of that kind of development agency like yours, and any kind of KOICA Nepal, and then any other kind of agency who are really deserved to the any part of the country's health system like our country. I want to be a part because it's very, very important to their minimum or very small support for that kind of health problem, as like if some organization they want to do a very small kind of research on any topic, that might be a very good support for the planning and strategy development.
What competencies do you think important for preparing employment in the field of international development cooperation?
For me, the competencies for the international development and cooperation agencies, as like your WHO or UNICEF or different kind of organization over the world, first thing, you have a very good English command. English is an international language, I think so. But it's not always mandatory. If you are working for a very specified country, then they will accept whatever your mother language. And another important thing is you have to be very proficient in skill, like you're good command on computer, basic Microsoft programming, email, internet. Right now, some organizations they are seeking the AI, how fluently that you can use the AI technology that can support your work efficiency, and then the other trending tool as like some organization they really have they seek for the very coordinating guys, like how you can coordinate the other country people, and then academic background is the most important thing. At least you have a very good command in academic background. I think those all are the prerequisites for the international agencies competitors.
How much do you think your personal foreign language skills contribute to international developer cooperation career?
Before coming to Korea, I don't give a value like that much for any other country's language as like Korean. Even we got a chance to read a Korean class up to 3 months each week, 2 class. But that time we just kidding and passing the time. But right now I feel it's very important. Once you move to the another countries, then you must have to learn the language first, and then the culture and the pattern and the community system. That's another vital things. And the most important thing is the English. My English is not so far good, but right now I'm improving. So it's always basic for your career is English. I think so.
People who dream of finding employment in the field of international developer cooperation have concerns about work intensity and their overage low salary. What do you think about this? Do you have a concern or a solution about this based on your experience?
Okay, so for me, the wages and the payment and the facility is the another thing. First thing is like that, what kind of opportunity you are targeting, what kind of, and is that background and the your qualification, are they really match each other or not? We should have to always think on that kind of sides. So another thing is like that, if you focus on only focus on the payment or wages or the facility, so I think it's not always you can achieve. So you have to consider what kind of background, what kind of academic qualification you have, and what kind of position you are seeking. So for me, to deserve a certain kind of position, I focus my background and then skill and those all kind of things, and then I can debate on and kind of enjoy about my expectation of the wages and the facilities, all of those things.
What is your ultimate goal in the field of international developer cooperation?
After my graduation, I'm planning to move certain international development cooperation agency or INGO like WHO or UNICEF, but that's not for the long term, at least for more than 1 year, because if I learn some kind of skill from international development cooperation agencies or the INGOs or the very renowned organization over the world, that might be supporting for my country health system to improve the strategy development or program planning, budgeting, or any kind of the field where my government need. Because I already signed my government. I will work for my government. I will improve my government health system. I will deserve any kind of work for my government. Then my first thing is the priority on nationality, and then the another.